Next to Savannah, Georgia, Key West is one of the most haunted cities on planet Earth. There's a ton of history and mystery here. There are countless ghost tours accessible via bus or walking. During the day, the Key West Cemetery has a serene and calming feel to it, until late into the evening. Some people say this place is filled with several ghosts who meander through the cemetery looking for loved ones. Supposedly, there are several shadow figures that roam around the cemetery grounds as well. You can't get into the cemetery at night, legally anyway. Some say there is a Bahamian woman that will chase you out if you disrespect the grave sites. Captain Tony's Saloon at 428 Green Street is best remembered as the original site of Sloppy Joe's, a favorite watering hole of Ernest Hemingway, Truman Capote, John F. Kennedy, and Jimmy Buffett. The building has a past that includes murder, mystery, and even a bit of mayhem. Before becoming a popular watering hole, the building served as an ice house, a wireless telegraph station, and even the city morgue. It's said that the saloon's iconic tree was once used for numerous hangings. Look for the Lady in Blue, the ghost of a woman who was mistakenly hanged for murdering her 2 sons and husband, sometimes hiding in the bathrooms of the bar. Hemingway fans know how much he loved the Key West home he was forced to leave as a result of his 1939 divorce. Key West was said to inspire many of his works, so some say his energy still persists in the building, and especially his writing studio. In fact, his ghost has been seen at his desk and standing in the windows of the home. Others have heard the sounds of typing in his bedroom. The Audubon House boasts about paranormal activity in that home. The Geiger family, who built the home in 1846, lived there for 4 generations. Audubon visited Key West in the Dried Tortugas in 1832, where he sighted and drew 22 new birds for his book, Birds of America, and drew them in this home. It is here that many have seen the ghost of Captain Geiger, a well-known wrecker and the original owner of the house. The captain has been seen throughout the house and walking through the gardens. Theorists say he is still guarding his fortune, which is believed to be buried on the ground somewhere. We visited the Ridley House, previously known as the Cypress House at 601 Caroline Street. Richard Kemp was a wealthy industrialist and celebrated naturalist who discovered and classified Kemp's turtle. Now a bed and breakfast, it is believed that one of the ghosts haunting this place is Luke Hamilton Kemp, Richard's son. It's said he had a nervous breakdown and shortly passed away sometime in 1934 as a result of the Great Depression. It's said his spirit still makes rounds of the house, cautiously locking doors and closing windows in order to keep the furniture and residents safe. We detected no paranormal activity whatsoever in the Ridley House. Fort Martello was built in the 1860s to protect Key West against a Confederate assault by sea. No battles ever took place on the island, and when the war ended, the fort was abandoned. Since 1994, this museum houses the doll where the legend of Chucky from the 1988 horror film Child's Play originated. The museum is the home of Robert the Doll, a child-sized toy that is said to be possessed and downright dangerous to those who disrespect him. The 100-plus-year-old doll resembles a little boy in a sailor suit, although his face is now worn and appears to have been damaged. With beady black eyes accented by his Chucky-like smirk, many people believe this doll causes unfortunate events like car accidents, injuries, divorce, and various other misfortunes. As a matter of fact, Ozzy Osbourne has been said to directly blame his misfortunes on Robert the Doll. Before Robert was donated to the museum, he belonged to Robert Eugene Otto, who went by Gene. Robert was a childhood birthday gift from Gene's grandfather, who bought the doll during a trip to Germany. Gene had wealthy parents who were strict disciplinarians. His favorite servant was a Bahamian woman. The story goes one night the servant and Gene's mother had words, resulting in the servant's firing. The servant was reportedly skilled in voodoo and black magic, and may have cursed the doll before leaving that night in an effort to retaliate against the family. Gene and the doll lived in a stately home he called the Artist House, where Robert could be seen from the street in an attic window. Passers-by continually reported seeing the doll do strange things, including move by itself. Gene blamed several mishaps on the doll even into adulthood. establishing the new legendary phrase, "Robert did it." After Jean's death in 1974, the house was sold, but Robert remained in the home. Stored in the attic, visitors reported they heard noises like giggling and footsteps. Some claimed that when no one was watching, Robert would move around the house, often moving or overturning furniture. After 20 or so years of disturbing antics, the new owner donated Robert to the museum. Robert now seems smitten in his humidity-controlled and UV-filtered glass enclosure. The museum still gets regular reports of mishaps attributed to the doll. Nonetheless, visitors flock to the museum to get a peek at the mischievous toy. Robert receives gifts and letters of apology every day from visitors who attribute post-visit misfortunes to disrespecting Robert. The most adventurous can even volunteer to be locked in with Robert after dark, which is what Tim and Felicia did this night. Some say they've seen Robert actually move. Others report his energy causes the malfunction of phones and cameras while trying to capture his picture. Tim and Felicia locked down at the museum after close to see if they could talk with Robert and find out what he wants.
How do you feel tonight, Robert? You can use this device. It's got temperature, it has energy in the form of EMF. You can also tap it. How do you feel tonight? You don't have to answer if you don't feel comfortable. I'm going to turn all of these up. You feel scared? I'm not here to scare you. Scared again? You don't have to be scared. Now you're happy. That's good. See, you don't have to be scared. Scared again. Sad. Let me ask you this. Is Jean here with you? Is Jean's spirit with you? Jean Otto. Foolish yes and no. Questions can be a little confusing. I'm sure people ask you questions all the time. Are you a little girl? You can say yes or no. Are you a little boy? Yes and no. Are you a spirit? Yes. Are you what we call a demon? No. Do you want to cross over to the other side? Yes. Is there a message that you have for someone? Yes, there is. Can you spell it out for us using this device? We need to know who the message is for. We're also recording this, so you can whisper your message too. We'll try to hear it in the audio. Do you want to cross over to the other side? Am I asking questions too quickly? I'm sorry, I'm going to slow down a little bit. All right, let's take a break. What this does, it uses radio waves to try to help you to speak with us. I'm going to turn it on. It makes a little bit of noise, okay? Kind of weird noises. this music? Is there someone here with us tonight? You said you may have a message for somebody to help you cross over. Can you tell us what that message is? I think I just lost that last word. Can you say that last word again, please? Spirit, can you tell us your first name? I heard the voice of a small child. Are you a little boy? I'm going to ask again, is Jean with you? Is there a message you want us to share with people? We have a good audience that may listen to your words and may be able to help you. Are you a small child? I have one more question for you. Did Ozzy Osbourne and his son Jack disrespect you when they met you? Did Ozzy disrespect you himself? Do you like to get sweets in the mail? All right, Robert, we're going to let you go. Thank you so much for spending time with us. And I hope somebody can hear your message and maybe help you pass on to the other side.
Gene Otto and Robert the Doll's original home is the Artist House at 534 Eaton Street. Stories of happenings at the Artist House describe young Eugene Otto terrorizing the servants at his home, pushing them into a closet and holding the door so they could not escape. When confronted about these happenings, Gene always blamed his toy, Robert the Doll, and said Robert did it. Family documents reveal an angry servant sued the estate of Gene's father, Dr. Thomas Otto, in 1924. Some theories suggest the servant's child died in the Artist House, and that the child's spirit may have opened a portal into Robert the Doll and allowed the entry of demonic entities. Although Robert the Doll now lives at the Fort Martello Museum, and most of the craziness caused by Robert has now left, some guests still encounter the spirit of a sometimes sad, sometimes angry young girl in a white nightgown sitting on the stairs. Might she be the deceased child, stuck in this dimension for some reason? Others remark they still hear the faint shuffling of feet in the empty attic, perhaps residual energy from Robert's long tenure as the home's most powerful tenant. We reached out to the entities who are perhaps still in the Artist House to find out if they had a message for the rest of us.
Are there any spirits in this room with us tonight? In the turret room at Artist House? Do you want to speak with us tonight? Good. Awesome. So, are you a child spirit? You can choose yes or no. No? Is this the spirit of Gene, who lived in this house and painted beautiful things here? Yes. Gene, I'm going to switch this and ask you how you feel. How do you feel tonight, Jean? Sad? Do you feel sad? You can show me a smiley face. You're scared? Neutral. I'm angry. Let me ask you this, Jean. Is there a message you need to get to someone? Is this message important to help you cross over to the other side? Do you want to cross over to the other side? Or yes? You don't want to cross over? Do you still think about Robert the doll? No? Do you know we went to visit Robert tonight? Robert seems happy. Do you think Robert is happy? You mentioned you have a message. Do you have a message for someone? You can use this device. Jean, are you still with us? Now, earlier tonight, there was a small child spirit here. Is that child spirit still here? Is there a child spirit among us tonight? Okay. Is there a spirit or entity who lives in the attic of this building? The Artist House, Key West. Does someone live in the attic?
Do you live in Anne's room?
Can we switch to another device that uses radio waves to try to capture your message? You can whisper to us. Is that okay? We just want to try to get your message out. Hopefully someone who can help you will hear it. Is that okay? Are there any spirits with us in this room tonight? You can use our Is that a yes? Spirit, what is your name? What was your first name when you were here? It's okay, you can tell us. Are we talking to Jean? I think I heard a child voice.
Is there a child with us now?
Tell us what the message is that you want us to share. Is Robert here? I don't think Robert's here. I think Robert's at the museum. I think he's happy there. You think Robert's happy at the museum?
Oh,
We can't get back to the questions, can we?
It's okay. Are there any spirits?
Do you want us to turn this device off? Did you just say help me? Do you feel trapped or confused or lost? Is this the child we're talking to? I'm going to give you 1 minute to give us any message you can through this device. We'll try to put the words together and figure out what you said. All right, Spirit. So you've taken enough of your time.